Ahoy, sailors! Today, we're tackling one of the most avoidable yet shockingly common boating disasters: running out of fuel. Welcome back to the channel. You might be thinking, who forgets to check their fuel gauge? Oh, my friend, let me introduce you to boaters everywhere. 1 second, you're cruising along, feeling like the king of the sea. The next, sputter, sputter. Silence. Now, congratulations, your boat is no longer a vessel, it's a very expensive raft. So today I'm going to teach you how to never run out of fuel, why your fuel gauge is a dirty liar, how to calculate fuel usage like a pro, and, if you still manage to run out, how to get unstuck without sacrificing your dignity. Let's get one thing straight. Running out of fuel is not like running out of gas in a car. In a car, you pull over, call roadside assistance, and maybe grab a snack. In a boat, you drift helplessly, potentially into a shipping lane, a rocky shoreline, or worse, a yacht club full of people who will never let you live it down. Here's what you get to look forward to when you run out of fuel at sea. You're stuck. There's no petrol station conveniently floating nearby. The current decides where you go now. Good luck explaining to customs why you accidentally drifted into another country. Your radio call for help will be mocked. Towboat operators live for this moment. They'll show up, shake their heads, and charge you more than your monthly mortgage. And, worst of all, the second you get back to the dock, your boating friends will make sure everyone knows about it. You'll be known as Captain Empty Tank, the Drift King, that guy who thought gas was optional. You'd think running out of fuel would be rare, but it happens all the time. Why? Because of these classic rookie mistakes. Here's a fun fact. Boat fuel gauges lie. They're not precision instruments. They're suggestions at best, dirty deceivers at worst. One moment they show half a tank. 10 minutes later, empty. Pro tip, don't trust the gauge alone. Track your fuel usage manually. Write it down, use an app, or carve it into your helm if you have to. This is where many boaters get overconfident. You fuel up and think, sweet, I've got 50 gallons, I can go 50 gallons worth of distance. Wrong. The golden rule of fuel planning is 1/3 to go out, 1/3 to come back, and 1/3 as reserve, because life happens. If you burn half your fuel on the way out, hoping for a tailwind back, congrats, you've just turned your boat into a floating campsite. You don't drive a car against a 30-mile-per-hour headwind expecting the same fuel mileage. So why do boaters forget this? Conditions affect fuel burn a lot. Headwinds? More resistance equals more fuel burned. Rough seas? You're fighting every wave using double the fuel. Strong currents? You might be using twice the fuel just to hold position. Towing a dinghy? Hope you enjoy refueling more often. Pro tip, always assume you'll burn more fuel than you think, because when it comes to running out, oops is not a strategy. Alright, time for some boating math. Don't worry, no algebra required. Most boats have a fuel burn rate measured in gallons per hour or liters per hour. If you don't know yours, check your engine manual or look it up online. But for reference, small outboards, 1 to 5 gallons per hour. Larger inboards, 5 to 15 gallons per hour. Twin engines, twice the fun, twice the fuel bill. Let's say your boat burns 10 gallons per hour, and you have a 50-gallon tank. Using the 1/3 rule, 1/3 outbound equals 16 gallons, which is about 1.5 hours of cruising. 1/3 return trip equals 16 gallons. 1/3 reserve equals 16 gallons for emergencies or surprise conditions. Total safe cruising time, about 3 hours. Any more than that, and you better hope you packed a paddle. Alright, so you ignored my advice and now, you're out of fuel. Here's your game plan. First, don't panic. Well, maybe panic a little. You did this to yourself. If you have a VHF radio, which you should, hail the nearest marina, Coast Guard, or tow service. Prepare for some light roasting. If you're lucky and have sails, use them. If not, a sea anchor or paddle might be your only hope. Give them the "I'm an idiot" wave. If they stop, expect to pay in beer, snacks, or eternal gratitude. Final recap, here's how to avoid this mess. Use the 1/3 rule. Don't burn your whole tank on the way out. Track your fuel burn rate manually. The gauge is a liar. Check conditions before heading out. Wind, waves, and currents matter. Carry spare fuel if possible. A little extra never hurt. Always have a plan B, whether it's a tow service, spare fuel, or sails. So there you have it. Fuel up properly, plan ahead, and you'll never have to suffer the humiliation of calling for a tow because you forgot to check your range. If this video saved you from future embarrassment, hit like and subscribe, or else your engine will mysteriously sputter to a stop on your next trip. Until the next time.